Hey everybody, it's Lance Dawson. I am back with my amigo Andrew Stewart this week for another episode of Backstage Lowdown. We are in between guests, so it's just Andrew and I chatting up a storm. As always, we are brought to you by Look Digital Marketing. They are a marketing company that provides you full service digital marketing. They will design an entire website for you, and you can find them at lookmarketing.ca. Look Digital Marketing. Look no further. They're great. Here we go.
Here we go. Now we're recording.
All right.
One of us needs to get a tattoo with that on it. Just press record.
Now we're recording. I like reasonable choices and have it like on my face or something.
I don't see why you wouldn't. Right across the forehead.
That's right. No regrets.
I love that one.
That
whoever
great?
did that, they had to have done that on purpose because like it's hilarious.
Well, that's out of We Are the Millers.
Oh, is
movie
that
We Are the Millers? Yeah.
okay? I look at you just see it on GIFs that fly around every once in a while, and so
Oh yeah.
yeah. I didn't realize that it was from a film.
It's yeah. You know what? I watched The Internship on the weekend.
Yeah.
Remember that one?
No, I don't.
It's Vince Vaughn and Owen Wilson, and they're like our age.
Yeah.
Well, maybe younger back then. They were like in their 40s. They get laid off from their sales jobs, so then they apply to be interns at Google.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Now that you describe it, I remember it slightly.
Yes, it's very, very funny. If you get a chance to see it again, it's a classic for sure.
That will be the next career move. So what's been going on, man?
Well, we're in a busy. I mean, it's not, first of all, let me press. I never tell people I'm busy because the assumption then is that somehow I'm busier than you, which is not true. I'm not busier than you. It's been an active time.
Okay.
Because we've had a couple of gigs and we have two more coming up.
Nice.
And so, yeah, it's fun that way. And just and every show is different because they all have different constraints. So we just did one at Forefathers last week, and that was like live hits from Rogers. So you have like a show that you're doing, but then you have to stop. And at 7:50, you're going to be live. So you have to play like these songs, and you only have 8 minutes. So you have to time these two songs properly and go from there. So,
Nice.
and then when they give you the thing, okay, you're not on TV anymore, you kind of go back to your regular show, which is weird, right? You put a show together that way. And then Thursday night, we're down in Burlington on the lakeshore, and that's going to be kind of an intimate night with Monday Morning Whiskey. So that's going to be a little different, put a sort of a different spin on stuff. So looking forward to seeing you.
Yeah,
you
I'm looking forward to the show. Yeah. He's pretty hyped up about it.
Is he?
Yeah. Surprisingly. Don't disappoint. I mean, no pressure.
Yeah, no pressure, but I won't disappoint. I feel he's seen us once already, right? Or no, it was Rob's son that saw us.
Yeah, no, Tavin hasn't been out before, so this will be new for him.
Yes, and if there's a lesson to be learned about staying in school, this is it.
Exactly. You could end up like this.
Yeah, if you don't behave yourself.
Just a minstrel playing street corners for change and gum wrappers.
Yes, exactly. So that is exactly what we're doing. And then the next night we roll back into Kitchener TWB to close out their patio for the summer,
nice.
Which is a lot of fun. So for those 9 listeners that tend to like Monday Morning Whiskey, we're around. We're doing some stuff, and we're saving up for some studio time again.
Oh, I'm excited about that. So have you been? That tells me that you've been doing some writing.
Yeah, and we've got She Used to Call Me Cowboy is a new song that we've been playing now for a while, and the guys want to got that, and I've got a few more in the hopper, which will be fun to get out and do.
Awesome.
And oddly enough, I mean, gosh, we've been together for over 8 years now, which is pretty good for a bar band,
Yeah,
right?
that's crazy.
Yeah,
Like it just
and
it just seems like yesterday that you guys put the band together.
yeah, and we started going out, and you were taking some photos from the get-go, and now yeah, and we've got you and Mai comes out and takes some
Yeah.
shots every now and then, and
I saw some of her photos today. They're great shots.
yeah, yeah, they are great shots. So anyway, we're doing this, yeah, and then October, we're right back to typical Monday morning whiskey stuff with two guys that are out of the country and gone. We're like, all
Of
right,
course.
I don't know how this is supposed to work,
Uh,
but in
what?
October I'm doing a Nashville Songwriters Night in for Dave Wood, who we just released a podcast with him.
Yep.
So I'm doing that, and that's October 16th. So anybody who wants to come back down to the Moonshine, which unfortunately is closing November 30th. So that's kind of sad news.
Oh, for good?
Yeah, yeah, the
It's not
lease is
just for
up.
the sea. Oh, that's too bad.
Yeah, and so they, but I feel like I think the original owner passed away not too long ago.
Yeah.
And so whomever is left, the word is that they're going to start something new and do something on their own. So that's
Oh,
exciting.
that's pretty cool.
Yeah. And then another Dave Woods in the Country Night in November. So I've got some songwriter stuff coming up for me. But other than that, settling in, summer's over. I was in Georgian Bay last weekend, going to have another couple of jumps in the bay in the next few weeks. And then I guess I have to wrap it up. Yeah.
Nice. Close up the
How about you?
estate.
Yes, close up the estate that I didn't earn and totally fake my lifestyle up there, I get to take the Mercedes symbol off of the Bronco. Say, hey, it's just me. It's just me. Just relax,
Exactly.
everybody.
Up there with your polo
So
shirt and golf shorts.
yeah. Oh, I can't do it. I'd like to say I could, but you and I both know I can't pull that look off.
Well,
So
it may be the calves is the problem.
maybe the calves. Hey man, I hiked that mountain all summer. The calves, it's everything above the calves that suck.
That's
The
the
calves are
problem.
fine. The calves are great.
It's the
Actually,
hips, it's the back.
I know. Hey, don't make fun of my feminine hips. I'm sensitive about that. Um,
They look good on
I'll
you.
tell you this. Here's a calf story for you. Not too many people have a calf story,
Mm.
but I know you like to hike out in Colorado, as do I. And I
I
remember,
like to hike anywhere. It doesn't have
I
to be in
know,
Colorado, but that is one of
I
my
know,
favorite
but
haunts.
it is, it is. So I was on Pikes Peak, and my wife and I were hiking up there, and from behind me, I hear this voice saying, "Step aside, excuse me," coming through. And I turn around, and there's this like octogenarian guy who's in phenomenal shape with amazing calves, bombing it by me. And he climbs this mountain every day. Like they're the group of seniors out there that keep the mountain and the trails clean, and they pick up garbage and whatever. But he's up at altitude and he's climbing every single day. And he looked amazing. And
Like
I
that,
just,
that's what
yeah,
is that a 14er?
Pikes Peak might be, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I know they do I've done a few
That means
marathons in
over
my past, and
14,000 feet for somebody that isn't familiar. So 14er.
yes, that's worth clarifying, because people do have those T-shirts that come back and say I bagged a 14er
Yeah.
from
Not
Colorado.
not appropriate.
And so that's a T-shirt. I'm not saying I made it up. I'm just
No.
saying. So let's start recording now. Yeah, no, Pikes Peak has a marathon out there, so I think it might be a 14er. I'm not sure. I got to look that up. But
Yeah, put on the
anyway,
must investigate list.
yes, there's a guy out there who's 80 years old and has phenomenal calves. So I have a question for you.
Yeah,
I
hit
have a
me.
question for you. Because and I can't remember how this came up, but we were watching or we were listening to some other podcast, and somebody was bringing up their parents. And so Kim and I discussed how few times you ever actually get to talk about your parents, because no one A, asks, and B, you're never on a podcast or a talk show yourself.
No.
So my question to you is, what qualities do you have that you attribute to getting from your mom and dad? And it could be
Oh
good or bad. Good, bad, either way.
gosh. I would have to say like I'm extremely ethical. Like I have a difficult time even thinking something bad. Like I read recently about somebody that just had embezzled like a couple $100,000 and to eat from their company and to do something like that, that doesn't even cross my mind. Like, and that goes to like an extreme. Um, and so that probably comes from my mom. That would probably be, I would say it's a good quality, but it can be a little nerve wracking at times. You get anxiety about things and just because you want to be doing the right thing.
So you're if you buy something in the States and you're gonna go back across the border, you're totally.
Oh,
I'm declaring.
I
I
am
bought 5 pairs of
declaring.
socks. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. I am wearing them all right now, but I am going to declare it. Do you remember that as a kid? Like, I never actually crossed the border that often as a kid, but I
Okay.
remember hearing stories of people going to do back to school shopping, which probably a lot of you have been doing right now,
Yeah.
and that you cross the border, you wear your old crummy shoes across, and those are going into the waste bin. I remember seeing shoes piled in the top of the waste bin in malls. And then you'd go over, get all of your shopping done for the school year, and you would be wearing like 3 t-shirts back. There'll be a pair of shorts underneath your pants, 4 pairs of socks. I don't even know how I got 2 sets of shoes on, but I did. But
But wait a second,
I don't, I
wasn't
actually,
your
no,
ethical
no, no,
mom in
no,
charge
no,
of all
no,
this?
never did that. Couldn't do that.
All
But
right.
I would declare everything. But that's something that at least people used to do. I'm not sure if it's such a
Right.
big deal anymore.
Right. But rule
Um,
following and that sort of thing, that
yeah,
that adherence to, if there's a structure, there's a set of rules, we're going to try to follow that. That comes from your mom.
yeah, exactly. How about yourself?
Well, wait a second. We're not done with you yet.
Well,
So
no,
what about now?
it's too
What
late.
about
I
your
already.
dad?
Oh
What about
gosh,
your dad?
uh,
Was there any
he was a
qualities that came from him?
bit of a jackass. So now and again that might come
Oh,
out.
I can attribute to that. So that's who I can blame when
Right,
you're a bit of a jackass. Okay,
right, exactly.
that's
Oh, I
important.
realized that comes from your father.
Yeah, yes. Does Allison
Now,
bring that up? Allison's going to bring that up the next time you're having an argument. You know, you're acting a lot like your dad right now.
that wouldn't be the first time that that has happened.
That'd be like gasoline on the fire. That's like, oh, let me
Hmm.
burn the town down. There you
Oh,
go.
exactly. So
That's
now,
funny.
am I allowed to come back to you?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
I guess.
So
It's a difficult question because then you have to
is it really?
self-analyze.
I mean,
Well, you have
it,
to.
you've been
I
thinking
think
about it.
okay.
You asked the question. You must have thought about this before.
Uh eh, no, I haven't. I was actually excited about asking you the question. That's, to be honest, I was actually like, oh, I'm going to ask that of Andrew and see what
Right.
he says. I I think my sense of humor, or at least my want to laugh, I think I got from my dad.
Right.
My mom, she liked to laugh, but she wasn't quite able, in my mind, she wasn't quite able to laugh at herself. And that's kind of the first step in having a really good sense of humor, is to be
Right.
able to look at yourself and say, well, man, that's pretty funny. I'm an idiot, right? So I think I got that aspect from my
Yeah.
dad.
Yeah.
And now, the ability to know when it's appropriate to be serious and when it's appropriate to make something funny, I haven't quite mastered that yet.
I'm a little lacking in
I'm
that. I can understand.
Yeah, I'm a work in progress on that. I don't know how is it the women are always like fully formed and men are always the work in progress. What the
Yeah,
hell?
exactly. Or at least that's what they're telling us. You know,
Yes, yes, under
maybe
construction.
it is the other way around, but I don't know.
I would
Um,
like some. Yeah, that'd be good.
I have a music recommendation for you.
All right, bring it on.
And I actually just started listening to them this morning. So they are that new to me.
Okay.
And let me make sure I pronounce this correct. It
This
is,
is like, is it you too? Is it, have you listened to his band called
yes,
You
you
Too?
too.
Yeah.
It's a
I think they're
letter
new.
and then a
Yeah.
number.
Yeah, I think they're new. I don't know. I've never heard of them
Oh,
before. I've just started listening to them this morning. See,
okay.
there's an example of me not
Unrelated,
sorry,
unrelated.
unrelated.
I saw their album Under a Blood Red Sky. It was the 2023 Record Store Day release. It was a live album, and I opened it up and got all excited, thinking, oh, I could use this in my collection. And it was $100. I'm kind of like,
Wow. a
I,
hundred bucks.
yeah, like I'm going on vacation in like another week. I'm not going to spend $100 because I might find an album, well on the
Yeah.
way that I want to pick up. So I'll reconsider after I get back, see if it's still available.
Right.
Anyway,
Hey,
so
while we're talking about your vacation, and I'm going to draw, you're going to come back to this band, but while we're talking about your vacation, you need to go to Carter's Vintage Guitars
okay,
while you're down there.
I'm gonna write that down. Carter's Vintage Guitar. I mean, I should be able to
Yeah,
remember that,
and
but I probably
George.
can't.
And then I think,
I'm gonna just so you know, I'm gonna have to declare that when I'm coming back across the border.
yeah, probably.
I'm pretty sure you didn't have that guitar, son, when you were going across the border.
Anything you bring back for me would be greatly appreciated. I
Okay,
think that would
I'll
be
drop by
Gruen's. Also,
Carter's.
and Gruen's. Those are the two like vintage
Gruen's.
Gruen, Gruhn, George Gruen, and the third is Rumble Seat Music. If you hit those three, you will be very impressed
Rumble
with
seat.
the
I
stuff
like
that you get
that.
to see. Rumble Seat Music. I may or may not have bought an old Gretsch from them back in the day at some point. Flew into Nashville to see Jason Isbell at the Ryman, and then 48 hours later flew back to Waterloo, and I don't know, somebody slipped a guitar in
Guitar in your bag.
my carry-on. What the hell? Anyway, all right, you've been listening to a new band.
I'm hitting the Ryman when I'm down there. I'll come back to that. But the new band that I've been listening to as of today, Hermanos Gutierrez.
Holy cow! What?
Yeah,
Who?
Hermanos Gutierrez. So Hermanos, Hermanos Gutierrez, Gutierrez. So there are a couple of brothers. It's really like this Latin inspired cinematic sound. It's all like completely guitar driven,
All right.
no vocals, all instrumental. And honestly, you feel like you've just stepped onto the set of a Clint Eastwood movie, like the
Really?
old Western Clint Eastwood movies. But it's this music, it's got this, I don't know, like this surf rock sort of undertone to it as well. And like
Really?
it's actually like really quite romantic. So
Huh?
check them out. I almost texted you this morning saying you have to check these guys out. I have no idea how long they've been around, but
I'm gonna check them out.
yeah, just started listening to them this morning, and
Get a little
so that's,
background music or something.
yeah, exactly. So going back to the Ryman, I've mentioned this before. So going down to Nashville in a week's time, approximately, and had to see something at the Ryman. So Sam
Absolutely.
Barber is coming through town, and he has got this like really gritty Americana country folk sort of feel. And so I've been listening to him quite a bit over the last month, and I'm really digging his stuff. Looks like this young cat, but I'm enjoying what he's doing. So
There's another question for you. Another question. All right, Sam Barber. I've written both those down, and for all those listeners, that again was Hermanos Gutierrez and Sam Barber. Here's a question for you: when you have a concert coming up, do you, like you just intimated, do you start listening to those artists sort of a week or two before to start getting excited? Kind of remind yourself of their catalog, that sort of thing.
Yeah, I'll probably start even like a month out, and just now and again put it back into the playlist. But day of, I will not listen to them.
Okay.
because I want all of that music that I hear that day, I want it to be live.
Ah, okay. Very
So
cool.
actually, I went and saw Frank Turner on just this past Sunday night.
I saw
And
some postings, had some good
yeah,
photos.
so he did a 4-day stay at the Great Canadian Casino, which is attached to Woodbine, and they have a
Okay.
music
Yep.
now a music theater in there. And so again, he's got this punk folk and fusion thing that he's got going on, but he's an UK based musician. But gosh, I can't even tell you how long that I've been listening to his stuff. But he's he's really like socially conscious. He's always like, for example, um like he got into the fact that he had been recently diagnosed with anxiety, and how he had been dealing with it, and that it's actually a strength to reach out for help when you're in that situation, and
Oh, nice.
not to let it go unnoticed.
Yeah.
Then as well too, he had a friend that recently passed away, and I just prepared like within the week had written a new song that he played that evening. So, like he as well too. He really kind of touches on your heartstrings, but he's
Yeah.
also got this like crazy energetic music that really goes along with him. I would probably say 3/4 of his show he played with an acoustic guitar with a band backing him up. And I think he may have strung on an electric for it, 2 songs maybe.
Wow. So
So
largely a very acousticy folk type of
yeah,
thing.
yeah, but definitely give him a listen as well too. Honestly, probably one of the best concerts that I've ever seen. I would honestly put him up there with U2. Like that, he gives
Really?
you that sort of feeling, that sort of
Yeah.
energy that just kind of builds up from
Yeah.
your stomach and into your chest.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, so
Wow.
that's how
That's
I
a
kind of
great
prep. I
experience,
will,
right?
yeah, no, exactly. So like I will start listening to music probably a month or two out, depending on how how long before I actually get the tickets. If it's a brand new artist that I've never even heard before, but I'm going because friends have recommended them, then I'll start listening right away because I just don't know the music. Whereas Frank Turner,
Yeah.
for example, I'd always be kind of listening to him on and off anyway.
Yeah.
So I kind of, for like Sam Barber, I didn't know him before I bought tickets.
Right.
So saw his name up, that tickets were available, quickly went to give him a listen, listened to like, I don't know, probably 3 songs, sent it out to my friends that I'm going with and say, let's go see this guy.
Let's do it. And
And
part of
since
that
then,
treat
yeah.
would be being at the Ryman, right?
Yeah, no, exactly.
So
I have never seen a show there, so I'm very excited about it.
yeah. Yeah. That's awesome. I'm
Do you have
excited
any?
for you. I'm jealous. I love going into Nashville and the night out. So when you're done at the Ryman, then you just spill out onto Broadway and just go bar to bar to bar.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
it's exciting.
or to bed.
Um, no, no, no,
No,
no, no, no, no. You're down
no.
in Nashville. Come
You gotta
on,
you
go to
gotta
bed.
hit
You
the
go to
streets,
exactly. That's what you're there for,
hit
you
the
know? And then the next
boardwalk.
day they've got a really nice trail stuff down by the river, and then you can see across the river where the Titans play football and tons of stuff, man. That's awesome.
Nice.
You gonna go see a football game while you're there?
Probably not. I'm not sure that anybody that's going is football fans.
Ah, okay.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like I,
Next
to
year
be
we're gonna
honest,
we'll put this.
I can't even tell you the last time that I went and saw a football game. I did tell my wife the other day if she ever wanted to go to, she works at one of the local universities. If she ever wanted to go to catch one of their games, I would be glad to
Yes.
be her eye candy.
Ah, there you go.
Just
Your eye candy.
hang off her arm.
Yes, there you go. Which I didn't know that Allison worked at one of the local
Yeah,
universities, as you
yeah,
say.
she does. Yeah,
Is she more inclined to wear black and yellow or purple and gold? What would she be?
she's a black and yellow girl.
Ah, that's
Mhm.
right.
Yeah. She's one of the
Unfortunately, yeah,
exactly.
their football program's never been that strong. So
No, not like the school down the street, who I
that's
believe
true.
they played on the weekend. And
Yeah,
I don't know what the outcome was. I can only assume that they lost.
yeah, I believe they did.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh well. Yeah, cool.
So
I don't
what's
know
going
if
on?
I,
Do you, besides your own personal gigs, are you seeing
yeah.
any concerts coming up?
Oh,
We're
well,
kind
I'll tell
of
you what, I'm seeing,
nearing the end of the year. So
yeah,
whether
I'm seeing
what
Simple Plan on Saturday night. So
oh
I
no
play
way. Where are they
Thursday night, I
playing?
play Friday night, and then they're playing at Binghamton's.
No
And
way. That's great.
yeah, way. Anyway, yeah, my son Gray works with Libro, and I guess they've got some tickets. So we're going to see Simple Plan, which is very exciting. And then in November, now this is a band you probably don't know. They've been around. They're celebrating their 40th anniversary, so they've been around for a long time. But they're sort of a country rock band from the '90s, Sawyer Brown, and
Okay.
I've always enjoyed them, and I've played their music back when I was on the road with Main Street West in the '90s, and I've seen them live a few times. They put on a really good show. And my wife and I were just chatting about, wow, it's been a long time since we actually saw those guys. And, and lo and behold, I got a notice that they're coming to Center in the Square, which was, I guess they're celebrating their 40th anniversary. So they're doing a bit of a tour to celebrate their new album
Yeah,
and whatever. So 40
that's
years is a
awesome.
long time for a band to stay together.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're going to go see that. And I think Kim's going to come out to see us on Friday night at TWB and then slide over to Maxwell's because Dwayne Gretzky's playing there this week.
Cool.
So if anybody has heard of those guys, they're like a 20-piece band. I don't know how many people are on stage. There's a lot of people,
There's a lot of people.
and there's a lot of people, and they do a lot of covers from the '70s, '80s, '90s, beyond, whatever. So they're really good to watch too. So a lot of fun.
Awesome.
But yeah, so when do you head down to Nashville? Just to
Uh,
recap.
October the 3rd or 4th.
Nice. Are you back for
Something
Thanksgiving
like
or
that.
you're?
Yeah. We're just going quick trip, 4 days.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, just flying down for an extra long weekend.
Nice. Nice. Hey, if I asked you a question in like a speed round, t-shirt or flannel, what would you pick?
I'm gonna go t-shirt.
Yeah.
Like
And would you say,
99% of the time I'm going t-shirt. Like
yeah,
well, there is flannel in my closet. I seldom reach for it.
okay. Headphones versus earbuds.
Oh, headphones. Always. I
Hmm.
I will put just earbuds in when I run. But that's it. Rather have over the ears.
Interesting. Vinyl and cassette.
Oh, I'm a vinyl guy. But I have to say,
Not at
so
$100
no,
per album.
no. But I will pay $4.99 for a tape. You know what, though? I have to tell you, I think that a cassette gets a really hard time. It was that where you could actually now take your music on the road with you. You, let's call it a ghetto blaster. You'd head out to the local playground, slap your ghetto blaster down on on the pavement there, and put in your tape. And
Yeah,
everybody could enjoy it. You'd take it down to the dock, you put on your tape. You
sure.
could make mixtapes. People don't make
Yeah, I missed the
mixtapes
mixtape. That's how you knew
anymore.
you were going steady.
Yeah,
That's how you knew
exactly.
you really liked a girl. Here's a mixtape.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. This is what I think of you.
And so now
Here's a
if I
mixtape.
recommend, exactly. So now if I recommend music to somebody and they happen to be female, I have to say, look, we're not going steady or anything. I'm
Just to
here's
be
some songs
clear,
that you
I'm
might
just
like, I
exactly.
just because
Yeah,
maybe we are. I don't know. I might this is how I get myself in
yeah,
trouble.
exactly. No,
Okay,
I'm
Massey
digging
Hall
vinyl.
versus a casino venue. Okay,
Say
Massey
that
Hall
again.
versus a casino venue. So you have a dedicated Massey
Massey
Hall,
Hall. Massey Hall.
but casino venues do not skimp on anything. They sound
No.
great, but
Yeah.
they don't have the cachet that Massey Hall does, right?
Yeah, no, exactly. There is something about walking through the doors of Massey Hall.
Yeah, jeans or chinos.
Oh, jeans. Always. Like I don't even know that I own a pair of chinos anymore.
West Coast, East Coast.
Mm, I'm a West Coast boy. Yeah, I
How
prefer
come?
the I prefer the mountains. I like
That's fair.
I like getting into the interior. I just like being in the outdoors. There's something that is intrinsically romantic about being out in the backcountry, just by yourself or with a couple good friends.
Wow. Nice.
Mm.
How come your voice went all mellifluous on us when you said intrinsically romantic?
Romantic. Yes.
For the ladies all listening,
Ta, ta, ta,
I
ta, ta,
like
ta, ta,
to,
ta.
yeah, yeah.
Ah,
And we're done. Yeah, there it is.
yes.
So my last one was, you may have just answered. I was going to say tent or 5-star.
Probably going tent.
And Allison,
Oh, she's going 5 star.
5-star. Yeah,
And
there
that
you
and
go.
that's why I don't camp anymore. So I have to tell you, a couple months ago we went away and we rented what you'd call a tiny cottage. So that is kind of the that's kind of where we meet in the middle. You know, it's campy. You can walk out,
Yeah,
you can have your fire going, and we were right on the river, but you walk through those doors and it very super comfortable. But it was kind of trailer-esque, I guess you could
yeah,
say. It looked like a mini log cabin.
yeah.
So
That's cool. I like
give
those.
me a log cabin any day of the week,
Okay.
really. I think that's where we find our balance is something like that.
I think that's a good balance, I think.
Hmm,
So, that's cool.
nice, nice.
Good stuff.
So,
Well, we've learned a lot about you today. I feel good about
woo!
this. And yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
we've learned quite a bit about Andrew,
Oh
and
gosh,
he's ethical.
I'm generally on the other end, hitting people with those questions. So
I
it
know.
was something to be on this side.
I felt like you deserved we deserve to know more about you, but B, you deserve to answer some questions. It's fun to get interviewed, I think.
It is, and especially when it's
Right?
questions like that. You know what? I understand the pressure that our guests now feel. Kind of like, oh God, what do I like vinyl? Do I like cassette? What do I like?
Yeah. Really? I feel like these are just fun
Yeah,
questions.
no,
Like
they
there's
are.
zero pressure. How can you be wrong?
There's no wrong answer.
I know. We haven't done one for a while. We'll have to have one up when Ron Hawkins joins us in
Yeah,
December. So we'll
exactly.
have to
Like
make sure.
t-shirts or flannel. I like running
Yeah, yeah,
shoes.
yeah.
Still not wrong.
No, not wrong. Shoes or boots, baby.
Yeah, exactly.
I have to roll. I have to
Okay.
go and do something, I
So
guess.
everybody, thanks for listening to Backstage Lowdown.
Yeah, we're gonna be
There's
back soon though. So this is
yeah.
just like a brief, hey, don't forget us about us kind of show. But like I said, we've got Ron Hawkins coming up, and we've got a couple of people that we need to interview in the next few weeks.
Mhm.
Once Andrew stops being the world traveler he is,
Right. Right.
yes,
I'll settle down sometime. Worst
yes.
case
And
scenario, I stay in Nashville and I open up a laptop and we do it from there.
if one were to come home from Nashville with something that said Telecaster on it, I for
Wouldn't complain.
a
Wouldn't
good Amigo
complain.
of yours, yeah. I feel like that's the way to go.
I will be thinking of you. That's for sure. Awesome.
Yes, but I get to see your lovely face on Thursday and see Tavin and hang out. So that's going to be a lot of fun. So thank you for that. I appreciate, as always, the support coming out and making the trip down. But I'll look forward to seeing you Thursday night.
Awesome. Thanks, dude. Take
All
care.
right. Cheers, man.
Peace. Bye.
Bye.